Welcome to Campanelli Stadium, Brockton Community Access. Leo Giannatasio along with Miles Jackson. The 4-1 Brockton Boxers taking on the 0-4 Stoughton Black Knights. Big pivotal game for the Boxers today, Miles. Brockton looking to improve to 5-1. A game, if they want to make the tournament, they have to win. Yeah,
they definitely should come in here mentally prepared to beat this Stoughton team.
Junior Zeke Chostegui on the mound. The first pitch of the game is high, up. He's a very, very good fastball pitcher with a good off-speed pitch. He throws a curveball and a cutter. His first start of the season, working fast. Second pitch, strike right by him. Number 4 batting is Sean Farley, a senior for Stoughton, another team that has only 4 seniors. We talked about Brockton last game, Stoughton with only 4 seniors. There's a pitch high, should be a routine pop-up to Keene, and he makes the catch. Brockton defensively today, junior Amani LaRusso catching, senior Chris Foss at first, junior Adam Perez at second, senior Jackson O'Brien at short, senior Dom Hawkins at third. Left field looks like junior Jordan Jenkins, senior Brett Keene in center. In right field, it looks like junior Cooper Card. First pitch up, curveball from Chostegui. Batting now, Miles number 22 would be Cole Franey, a junior. Zeke to the stretch, the pitch, and that is up, 2-0.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach of Brockton told Zeke, just go out there and throw strikes. Make these guys hit the ball because you got backup on defense.
Oh, that's one thing Brennan always says. He wants to pound the zone and play defense. Zeke falling behind 3-0, working fast today. The 3-0 count, working from the set. Fastball low, so number 22 will walk. And up comes now the 3-hitter, number 5, Hunter Malkin, who was also starting on the mound.
Yeah, Hunter, big kid. It looks like he's got a little bat to himself.
Usually that number 3 hitter will have some pop in the lineup, someone that can really hit the ball to all fields. Zeke working out of the stretch. Short lead over at first. First pitch is a good fastball on the outer half of the plate. Small lead. Zeke again working out of the stretch. Looks in. First pitch. Foul to the right. So ahead 0-2. This is where, in the past, if you watch Jezekiel, he will throw a hard curveball, a slider, a cutter. He does throw 4 pitches, not afraid to throw any of them at all time. Big part of Brockton's win over North Quincy, coming in with the bases loaded and getting the last 2 outs on strikeouts. The 0-2 pitch. Just fouled off to the right. Good hustle by Frost over there to get that ball.
Yeah, nice job by Zeke, giving them pitches to swing at.
Yeah, Brockton this year is immensely improved defensively. Last year, they made a ton of errors. This year, breaking it down, 90% less errors. They have really been efficient in the field.
Yeah, nice job by Chris Brennan, the coach, focusing on defense.
Oh, yeah. The 0-2 pitch is low and outside. Nice stop by the catcher, LaRusso. Big change to Brockton today, folks. Sophomore Nicholas Giannatasio out of the lineup with a broken foot. Started last year as a freshman at shortstop. Made some mistakes, moved over to second. Really played solid, out of the lineup for now. Low on that pitch.
Yeah, that's a big blow.
Loss. Well,
big loss for Brockton, but the other players got to step up.
Yep.
And I'm sure Coach Brennan will emphasize that they really got to concentrate and step up for the young man that's out for the season.
Right. Chostegui low again. The count will go 2-2. Losing Giannatasio was the middle of the order of the bat, one of the more consistent hitters they had in the lineup since last year. Brockton has a bit more depth this year. Should see some really good players on the bench get their chance to make some hay now. Here's the 2-2. Oh, and he walks him in. I'm sorry, that was 3-2. So back-to-back walks from Chostegui.
Yeah, that pitch was close.
Just a bit outside. Nice stop by LaRusso. Now coming up is junior Don Bell, a lefty. Let's see how Brockton shades over. Perez will move in towards the first base side. Outfielders staying pretty straight up. We're going to get a courtesy runner, number 15, Joey McGeckran, a junior, coming in for the starting pitcher for today.
Yeah, Dominic Bell, good size hitter. Looks like he's got a little power to himself. Left-handed hitter.
Big, strong-looking kid.
Yep.
Stoughton struggling this season at 0-4, but they play in the Hockomock League, one of the best leagues in the state. So you know they're playing good competition every single game. And Trotsky working out of the stretch. 2 men on, 1 out. In the Weymouth game the other day, Miles Brockton put the leadoff guy on 4 straight innings. Jackson O'Brien did a marvelous job getting out of trouble. Let's see if Zeke can work his way out of this one. Working from the stretch. He looks in. First pitch. Foul ball to the left, just outside the bag. He'll work up in the count 0-1. And Chostaghi again at the stretch. Takes a look in. O'Brien shading over. The 0-1 pitch. Another foul ball to the left. So Zeke up at 0-2 here.
Yeah, Zeke needs to take advantage of this. Got the batter down 0-2.
You don't want him to throw a cookie over the plate. You'd like to see him work the batters, the plate, maybe some off-speed stuff, get a ground ball somewhere. The 0-2 pitch. Inside, good pitch, just missed.
Just missed.
Outfielder straight ahead. Working from the stretch. Takes a look in. The 1-2 pitch. Ooh, good move to second. Stoughton not falling for that. And Chostaghi looking in. 1-2 pitch. Let's see if he throws an off-speed pitch here. Shaking off LaRusso. Here's the 1-2. Fastball by him. Very good pitch.
Yeah, high heat right there. Fooled him.
Good pitch. He was looking for something off-speed.
Yeah.
Didn't have the hands quite where he wanted. He had to pull those hands in a little bit quicker to get that fastball the inner half of the plate. So 2 outs. Batting now will be number 7, Joe Rush, a senior. Batting 5th. Brockton looking at a force out at any base. And Chostaghi in the stretch. He looks in. Good off-speed pitch just outside. 0-1. 1-0, I'm sorry. And Chostaghi is set from the stretch. The look, the fastball. Good pitch.
Painted the corner on that one.
Really did. Hit that outside part of the plate.
Yes.
So the count will go to 1-1. And Chostaghi working fast. To the stretch. And here's the pitch. Got him a pop-up. Should be a routine pop-up to the outfield. Oh, it falls in there. So that will be ruled ahead. It's a misplay by Brockton. It looked like Perez and Card really just miscommunicated on the ball.
Exactly, Leo. There was some miscommunication there between the second baseman and the right fielder. And it's unfortunate because Zeke put it right where he wanted to get, left it up to the defense, and unfortunately defense failed on that one.
You got to make the play right there.
Got to make the play.
It's just a play that should be made. Brockton's been making them all season. So now second and third, 2 outs. Working from the windup, down 1-0. Batting now is looks like number 4, Sean. Nope, we already had him. I'm sorry, I can't see the number. The 0-1, high. Nice stop by LaRusso, saving a run there. It's number 1, Jeriel Corello, a senior. Chostaghi working fast, pitching from the set. The 1-1. The wind-up, the pitch. Oh, and that's going to be in there. That may score 2 runs. And it will. A good piece of hitting by Coelho. Brockton down 3-0.
Yeah, excellent piece of hitting there, Leo. It looked like it just hit the tip of the first baseman's glove as he went up high for it, but he just couldn't quite bring it down.
Good effort by Frost, just out of his reach right there. But you got to give the credit to the hitter. He did a nice job going with the pitch.
Put it right where she put it, right there in right field.
Not supposed. If you try to pull that pitch, you ground out. If you go with it, it's a hit to the opposite field. So batting now will be number 13, Ben Shirley, a junior. Stoughton up 3-0 early in this game. Brockton's going to have to battle back. And Chostaghi in the stretch. The look in. Here's the pitch. LaRusso with the throw. He's going. Not in time. He has the base stolen. It was a good throw. A little bit off the side of the bag, but still a good throw.
Yep.
Just a good jump by the
By the Stoughton
batter.
runner, yeah. Great jump by the Stoughton runner.
And Chostegui in the stretch, Shirley looking in. Coelho on second. The look, the pitch. Good fastball on the outside part of the plate. The count's going to go to 1-1.
Yeah, nice fastball there. Froze the batter.
And Chostegui working fast in the stretch. Takes a look in. The 1-1. Little ground ball to Perez at second. Should be easy. And Brockton gets out of it. We're going to go to the bottom of the first. Stoughton with 3 runs. Brockton coming to the plate.
Yeah, it was good inning for Stoughton. Just a tough break for the Boxers. They had 2 out. And that pop fly into short right. Again, miscommunication, as you said, Leo, and it cost the Boxers a total of 3 runs.
It really did. You know, you talk about the depth. That's a ball. Giannatasio is in the game. He's been playing second. There's been no one else in there. Perez really hasn't played the position this year, so it might be an adjustment for him. He's been the shortstop and third baseman. But that is a play you just got to make. I mean, if you're going to win these games and you want to make the tournament, it's a ball that you should make. It's going to go down as a hit, but it really is a mix-up between the outfielder and the second baseman. The good thing is, Miles, it's the first inning, and if Stoughton's going to score 3 runs and beat you, then Brockton doesn't deserve to win the game.
Exactly. That was one of them cases. It was a high fly into just out of the infield. The second baseman definitely should have called the right fielder off and took total command of that high pop-up and got the out, the third out.
It looked like both of them were looking at the other one to take the ball, and it just fell in there. But, you know, that's baseball. It does happen. Brockton coming to the plate. The lineup will be a little bit different today. Without Giannatasio in the middle of the order, Brockton usually uses a DH for one of the hitters. I don't know if Coach Brennan will do that today. Let's see how the lineup looks. Looks like Dom Hopkins, who's been batting anywhere from 7th to 5th this year, could be the leadoff guy today. And Miles, the last game, Hopkins probably had the at-bat of the year. Down 0-2 with second and third with a chance to win the game. Fouled off 7 good fastballs before spraying a ball out to right field for the winning hit. In a really, really big win over Weymouth, who was ranked this season. Brockton, probably their best victory in a few years. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, that's just a great example of staying there, battling pitches, wear down the pitcher a little bit, and he throws one over there. You keep your eyes on it, and you get the big hit.
So leading off will be O'Brien. Looks like Hopkins second. O'Brien was immaculate on the mound the other day versus Stoughton. 7 strikeouts, no walks. The leadoff hitter this year, probably the best athlete on the team, capable of doing a lot on the baseball field. So Malkin, the pitcher, the senior, working out of the set. And the pitch. It's high. 1-0 the count. Not exceedingly great velocity from Malkin. Looks like his ball moves a little bit. Let's see what Brockton does. The 1-0, working fast. Outside. O'Brien ahead 2-0. In the driver's seat right here. Really should be looking for a fastball to drive right here. Malkin working fast, the 2-0. And that ball's up and away. So 3-0 on the count. Let's see if Coach Brennan gives him the take, try to get some batters on base. Malkin working fast at 3-0. And that ball's outside, so O'Brien's going to walk.
Oh, that first batter, the Stoughton pitcher, looks like he had a little control problem. Couldn't get it over the plate.
Yeah.
Oh, outside all 4 pitches, it looked like.
It really wasn't even close. So Hopkins batting second. O'Brien on first with good speed. Malkin working out of the stretch. Takes a look in. Good fastball.
Yeah. Finally got one over.
0-1 the count. Hopkins takes a look down to Coach Brennan. O'Brien on first. Good lead. Here's the 0-1. Back. Good move by Malkin.
Yeah.
Really quick feet off that mound. Hopkins on an 0-1. The stretch. Back again. O'Brien easily back.
Yeah, pitcher trying to keep that base runner closer to the base and getting the big lead.
Here's the 0-1. The pitch. Fastball up. Looks like they mixed up signs right there. I
Yeah.
don't know if that was a hit and run or a bunt on his own from Hopkins, but Malkin ahead in the count. Here's the 0-2. O'Brien with a good lead. Malkin takes a look over. The stretch. Throws back over. The ball gets away. O'Brien takes a look. Round in second. Taking a look over at third at Coach Brennan. Ball gets by the pitcher. Good backup by the third baseman. So Brockton gets that guy over to second without a sacrifice or any ball in play. So let's see if Hopkins can get him over to third base. Down 0-2 on the count.
Yeah, the pitcher threw over there one too many times.
Ball off the top of the glove. The 0-2 pitch. Oh,
Ooh.
Good off-speed pitch. Strikes out Hopkins.
Oh, totally fooled Hopkins there because that off-speed pitch was way outside.
Coming up now, batting third, Amani LaRusso, the catcher. Probably Brockton's most consistent hitter so far this season. Really, since freshman year, an improved ball player behind the plate, at the plate, really turned himself into a really solid baseball player. One out, man on second, working from the stretch to LaRusso. Malkin takes the look in, and the ball gets away. So Brockton will get O'Brien down to third base without a ball in play. An error and a wild pitch, and we're down at 1-0 to LaRusso. Malkin still working out of the stretch. He could pitch from the set. Might be more comfortable out of the stretch. Malkin takes a look over, the 1-0. Down low. 2-0. LaRusso in the batter's box, and Chostigi on deck.
Yeah, good eye by LaRusso not to swing at that low and inside pitch.
The 2-0 from the stretch. Good fastball on the outside part of the plate. Really good pitch.
Yeah, that was a good pitch.
The only thing LaRusso would have done there is ground that to second. So we're looking at a 2-1, still in the stretch. Jackson O'Brien on third, the 2-1. That ball's low. So we're going to go to 3-1 with Big Zeke on deck. Malkin in the stretch, the 3-1, the look in. And that's going to be hit off the glove. Good play by the third baseman. He's still going to be an RBI for LaRusso. Brockton on the board.
Yeah, nice contact by LaRusso, bringing that runner from third home. He did his job.
Sure did. Up now is in Chostigi, who first game of the season, a 3-run homer to the opposite field, beat Whitman Hanson. A big double the other day against Weymouth. Is really off to a fast start at the plate. Very good power, fast hands, able to hit off-speed pitches. Malkin works from the set, and that's a foul ball. Good fastball up.
Yeah, he's a big kid. You can see big arms, big thighs and legs. He's got a lot of power there.
Just a junior, be back next year.
Just a junior.
Just a junior. Brockton got some talented underclassmen. Here's the 1-0 from the set. 0-1 from the set, and that's going to be up. It's going to be 1-1. Coach Brennan last year played a ton of underclassmen, and the fruits of that are paying off now. The 1-1 from Malkin, working fast. Strike, passed in Chostigi, pulled his head out a little bit. So the 1-2, Malkin working fast. And Chostigi, the look. Here's the pitch. Just fouled off. Good piece of hitting by Zeke fouling that off. Adam Perez on deck. One, two. Malkin the look. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the left. Good piece of hitting by Zeke again. That was a really good off-speed pitch from Malkin.
Yep, made some contact.
Stoughton up 3-1 in the first inning. The 1-2, Malkin working from the set. The look in, here's the pitch. Good fastball, gets in Chostigi swinging.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
After 1 mile, we're going to be Stoughton up 3-1, heading to the second inning.
Yeah, nice pitch there by Stoughton's pitcher, and fool Zeke got him with the fastball. He just couldn't get around quick enough to make contact.
After that first batter where he was wild, it looked like his velocity has picked up a tick, and his hitting the corners very, very well.
Yeah, Stoughton pitcher settled down after that first batter.
Yep, Brockton's got 6 innings to go. I'd like to see Chostagi throw more strikes this inning. Brockton defense pick them up, and Brockton really should be fine. It's a game, like we said at the beginning. If they want to go where they want to go and make the tournament and be a team to be recognized, these are the games they have to win.
Oh, definitely.
Zeke warming up. His first outing was against North Quincy earlier this year, where he came in a 5-3 games, bases loaded, no outs. He walked a couple guys, had a 3-0 count with the bases loaded, up 5-4, came back and struck the batter out, struck the next guy out for Brockton to win the game. A game last year, Miles, they wouldn't have won.
Yeah, that was just good pitching by Zeke, good concentration.
He's got really good stuff, and he knows how to pitch in tough situations. Coach Brennan's got a good one here.
Well, that's the key right there. You want to find students that can get out here and pitch in tough situations.
It's what it's all about, being able to difficult situations, guys on base, pitching out of the stretch,
Exactly.
to wind up, throwing strikes, and making teams beat you, not giving them free stuff.
Exactly.
LaRusso with the throwdown. Leading off here for Stoughton will be number 2, James McCarthy. Brockton defense, same as last inning. Everyone shaded a little bit over to the left, playing McCarthy to hit the ball the opposite way a bit. Zeke pitching from the set. First pitch down and away, and we're gonna go to 1-0. And Chostagi on the mound, working from the set, the 1-0. Just a bit outside, 2-0. Another fastball. McCarthy head in the count. And Chostagi working quick, the 2-0. Just outside. That was looked good. Just missed the outside part of the plate, yeah. So McCarthy ahead 3-0. And Chostagi, the set, the pitch. Good fastball.
Yeah.
I think the batter was taking the whole way there.
Oh, definitely. He was taking the whole way. His first base coach said, go ahead and take it.
The 3-1, working from the set. And Chostagi, the pitch. Just down low. So his third walk of the game. Zeke, usually very good control. Got to find his stuff right here.
Yeah, he definitely needs to find his stuff. And when he gets a base runner on, he needs to really lock in to these batters.
Leadoff man on for number 8. That's Ryan Summers, a junior. Zeke going to be back in the stretch. Small leadoff first. Working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. The bunt backwards behind LaRusso. Hopkins playing in at third, looking for the bunt. Stoughton playing small ball early, looking to put some runs on the board.
Yeah, they're trying to get that runner on first over there to second in scoring position.
The 0-1, Hopkins still playing in at third. Small lead, Frost keeping him on first. Here's the pitch. Just outside. Off-speed pitch from Chostagi. We're going to go to 1-1. Zeke still working through, trying to find his stuff. Again, should have been out of that first inning with no runs. So the 1-1, and Chostagi in the stretch. Steps off. Summers in the batter's box. The 1-1 with a short lead at first. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Strike right by him. Good pitch, good fastball, really late.
Good fastball. He was way behind on that swing.
I'd like to see if Amani will pick up on that and go with another fastball inside. A 1-2 count. Yes, they're working inside right here. There's the pitch, and he just pops that up. Looks like nice pop up to Perez at second. Nice job by Zeke getting the out. So we're going to go 1 out with Sean Farley, the leadoff guy, back up. He walked his first time up on 4 pitches, came around to score on the misplay at second base. Let's see if Stoughton puts the guy in motion here. Zeke still working from the stretch. Small lead. The pitch. Just up.
Just high.
Tough strike zone so far, but, you know, when you throw more pitches near the plate, you tend to get more calls. Here's the 1-0 working from the stretch. Farley looks. Pitch. Just fouled off, just got a piece of it. Again, the batter's a little bit behind. Most balls have been hit to the right side against Chosticki, who's got above average velocity for a junior. The 1-1 with McCarthy on first. Zeke looks in from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Strike, and here's the throw down to second. Looks like he's got him, and he does. Great throw by LaRusso.
Great throw by LaRusso.
Do you know what, Miles? I think that was a hit and run.
Yeah.
He just missed the ball. It was a good fastball up. So Brockton back to 2 outs, and Chosticki going to pitch from the set with an 0-2 pitch to Farley. In the set, here's the look, here's the pitch. And he just got a piece of that. Looks like it's going out to... Nice play by Perez at second base.
Oh, that was a beautiful play by Perez at second base. Lunged out there, put his arm up while the right fielder was coming at him, and he just stayed concentrated and focused and made the catch.
Really good play. Make up for the misplay of first inning. Nice play by Adams. So we're going to go to the bottom of the second. Stoughton up 3-1. Brockton coming up.
Yeah, Zeke a little bit more comfortable in that inning than his first inning. He did walk a batter, but he looked a little bit more comfortable putting the ball over the plate for Stoughton to either hit it or swing by it.
Yeah, he's got good stuff, Zeke. When he's comfortable and he's pounding the strike zone, he's very, very tough to hit. Technical difficulties here. We head to the bottom of the second. Junior Adam Perez up. And they're going to go 2-0. Adam, a really solid bat last year, a junior, playing all the infield positions this year. The 2-0 from Malkin. Good fastball.
Leo,
2-1.
excuse me, Leo, looked like you were tied up a little bit there.
Yeah, I got the... we had a little issue with the headphones being stuck in the chair. And there is a 2-2 fastball that is fouled off. Ooh, the 2-2 pitch just misses. We're going to go to 3-2 on Perez. Good off-speed pitch from Malkin right there. Working from the set. Here comes the 3-2. Good off-speed pitch. Fools him.
Yeah, definitely fooled him with the off-speed.
Malkin really working his off-speed stuff well since that first batter. So, looks like Brady Witt is the DH today, a senior. Really a good, solid swing on Brady. Starting to find his form after not playing baseball last year. Malkin working from the set. Here's the pitch. Just up. Count goes to 1-0. Again, working fast, working from the set. Malkin the pitch. Just outside. So Witt ahead in the count, 2-0. Malkin from the set. Here's the 2-0. Fouled off to the right. Witt really being aggressive on the 2-0 pitch, looking to drive something somewhere. Still ahead in the count with 1 out. Stoughton defense playing straight up. The 2-1 from Malkin in the set. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1. Witt working from the driver's seat right now. Malkin in the set, the 3-1. Fastball by him. Velocity really ticked up since the first inning, Miles.
Yeah, that had a little heat on it, and Witt couldn't catch up with it.
So the 3-2. Malkin working from the set. Here's the pitch. And it is popped up. Looks like it's going to go out of play. Big at bat right here. Brockton like to put a guy on base with a couple good power hitters behind them, guys capable of hitting the gap.
Yeah, Brady Witt hanging in there.
Good at bat. 3-2, making him throw a lot of pitches.
Yes.
Malkin on the mound, ready to move. From the set, here's the 3-2. Here's the pitch. Ooh. And that is a 3-2 curveball that really wasn't close.
I think it got away from the pitcher.
It did. It looked like the ball, he looked like he didn't have a full grip of that, and the ball spun out of his hand a little early.
Exactly.
So now batting the first baseman, Chris Frost. Really hit a ball hard against Quincy a few games ago for a triple. Big, strong kid, capable of changing the game with one swing. Malkin working from the stretch. The look over. The pitch. The ball up, 1-0.
Always a plus when you can get a lefty that has some power, knows how to drive the ball.
I've been told Frost is hitting some out of the ballpark during batting practice, and this is not an easy one. This is a big ballpark. So here's the 0-1. Good fastball. So the count's going to go to 1-1. Looked like Malkin took something off of that.
Yeah, kind of fooled the batter.
Malkin working fast from the stretch. Witt with a small lead over at first. Here's the 1-1. Good fastball inside. Really, I think he fooled Frost there.
It fooled me. I thought it was a little high, but it was just enough. Probably in the waist area.
Yep. We're at a 1-2. The stretch, the look. That ball just up. Count's going to go to 2s. Witt on first. Malkin from the stretch. Here's the 2-2. The pitch. Good fastball. Ooh. Frost goes down swinging. So up stands junior Jordan Jenkins, who's only had 1 at bat this season, singled to left field against Quincy. Big, strong kid, just a junior again. Malkin with 2 outs, with Witt at first. Going to work from the stretch. The stretch, here's the pitch. Foul ball, hit off to the right. Looks like it's heading towards the stands, and it is. Good hustle by the right fielder, making chase over there.
I tell you, the base runner was ready. He took off.
With 2 outs, as soon as the crack of that bat,
true.
You don't look. You're heading right to second, looking at your third base coach, seeing if he's waving you on. I like Jenkins being aggressive early in the count. So the 0-1 with 2 outs. Malkin to the stretch. Here's the pitch. Up. We're going to go to 1-1. Brett Keane on deck, the center fielder. Malkin from the stretch, the 1-1. Here's the pitch.
Ooh,
fastball outside.
Must have just painted the outside corner there.
Didn't look like a strike from our vantage point, but the Stoughton pitcher gets the call. So Jenkins down 1-2. Malkin from the stretch, here's the pitch. Just up. So we're going to go to 2-2. Malkin's not even taking a foot off that rubber. He's getting the ball and ready to go. I think Brockton should step out. The 2-2. And it's an easy ground ball to second base. It's bobbled, played over to first, and Stoughton gets out of it. So after 2 innings, Stoughton ahead, 3-1, Miles.
Yeah, good pitching by the Stoughton pitcher. The hanging, he had a couple strikeouts, then he got the ground out. So he definitely had a good inning there to keep Brockton from scoring any runs.
One thing Brockton's really improved on this year compared to last year, Miles, is the amount of strikeouts. Brockton did not put a ton of balls in play last year, a ton of strikeouts. They've cut down on that this year by putting a lot of balls in play and putting pressure on the other teams. I'd like to see a little bit more of that today.
Yeah, and that's why they come in here early in the season, 4-1. Again, give Coach Chris Brennan a lot of credit. You said last year he did a lot of experimentation with younger players, and now they've had their experience. Now it's paid off in this year.
Well, that's what happens. When you give those younger guys at bats and they struggle and you stick with them, it builds their confidence. The worst thing you could do to a younger guy that struggles is to put him on the bench because they'll lose their confidence.
Yes.
He did. He started Amani LaRusso as a catcher as a freshman, and he did struggle a bit at times, but that's really paid off to where he is. The same thing with Nick Genetasio, another guy that started as a freshman, struggled at shortstop. Instead of benching him, he put him at second, and it really paid off.
Yeah, Chris Brennan, great coach. He saw what he saw in those young players, and like you said, kept with them. Didn't defeat their
confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. Confidence.
So Stoughton coming up. It looks like the number 2 hitter, Cole Franey, who I believe he struck out his first time. And Chostagi in the 3rd inning, working from the set. The look in, and here's the pitch. Just up. The 1-0. Franey. The bat waving above the shoulder. 1-0. Zeke to the set. Here's the pitch. Good fastball.
Nice fastball, yes.
That was a really good pitch on the inside part of the plate. Just painted the corner. So 1-1 to Franey. Here's the pitch. Little ground ball up the middle. Nice play by Jackson O'Brien. And nice play. Pulls him off the bag.
That was a great play by the first baseman to go up high to get that, and he tried to tag the base runner, but the ump said he touched the bag first.
Really good play by Jackson O'Brien to get the ball. I think he rushed the throw a little bit. I think he had time. Frost made a really good play coming off the bag. The Stoughton runner did a nice job ducking down underneath the ball and getting on the bag before the tag. So an error will put a man on first base with no outs with the number 3 hitter Malkin up. The stretch, the pitch. Good fastball from Zeke.
Yeah, that popped right into the glove there. Good fastball.
Stoughton putting the leadoff guy on for the 3rd straight inning. They scored 3 in the first. So the 0-1, small leadoff first, and Chostagi to the stretch. The pitch. Another fastball. Looks like a fly ball out to center. Good play by Brett Keene.
Yeah, good communication, yes.
Waving off the right fielder, Cooper Card. Keene, a very, very good defensive center fielder. Good athleticism out there. Covers a lot of ground.
Yeah, he's got some speed. You can tell he got right over there in short right center.
Batting now, the cleanup guy, Don Bell. And Chostagi got him looking in the first inning. So, man on first, small lead, and Chostagi to the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball up. Bell working ahead 1-0. And Chostagi also working fast today, working from the stretch. Another small lead. The look in, the pitch. He's going. Oh, good piece of hit and run right there. That ball looks like it's heading out into the gap, and it is. They're going to get extra bases there. Franey's going to score easily. Bell with the opposite field double. And Stoughton moves ahead 4-1.
Yeah, like you said, Leo, great piece of hitting with a man on base. Put it exactly where the coach would want you to put it, right there in the gap.
Very good piece of hitting. I don't know if Jenkins had the right angle on that. He may have. It's not from my vantage point. It looked like he came in a little bit. But either way, a good piece of hitting from Bell. So Brockton down 4-1. And number 7, the 5-hitter up, Joe Rush, who got the bloop single in the first inning that scored 2. From the stretch. Ground ball to third. Gets by Hopkins. And it looks like they will hold him, and he's going to go into second.
Yeah, just got by the third baseman there. Took a little hop.
Brockton,
I don't know if he had time, Leo, to get in front of it, but
looks like it will go down as an error. Hopkins would have been a tough play, but he's a play he usually makes. So, and Chostagi gets the ground ball, second and third. Brockton will pull the infield in, down 4-1.
Yeah, tough break right there for the boxers.
Working from the set. The infield in. Brockton down 4-1. And Chostagi the pitch. Here we go. Just a bit outside. We're going to go 1-0 there. Brockton really needs to get out of this right here with no more runs.
Yeah.
And Chostachy taking his time. The 1-0. Just a bit outside. We're going to go 2-0 here with runners on second and third. The Brockton has the infield in. And Chostachy looking to make a pitch here. Working inside here. The setup, the pitch. Outs. That's going to be low and inside. Good stop by LaRusso. Might have saved a run right there.
Yeah. Got in the dirt, took it right out of there before it got behind him.
Joe rushed the hitter. Time in the field. And Brockton is going to intentionally walk. I'm sorry, that's Jarrell Coelho, who singled his first time up. So we're going to go bases loaded here. Brockton going to move back to double play depth with Ben Shirley coming up. I think Shirley was a strikeout victim in the first. Big situation for the Boxers here. Infield still in. Looks like they're going to be playing to home on any ground ball, trying to knock down that run. And Chostachy working from the set. Here's the 0-0. Good off-speed pitch.
Yes.
Looked like a slider. And he moves ahead 0-1.
And that's what you want to do. Get ahead of the pitcher early with bases loaded.
Here's the 0-1. Outside and high. Inside and high. Shirley just looking to drive a ball somewhere in the outfield to get another run in. Stoughton ahead 4-1. The 1-1 from Chostachy. The look, the pitch. Outside. Looked like another off-speed pitch. A lot of balls in the dirt today from Zeke.
Yeah, nice job there by the catcher to get down in the dirt and take it out of there.
One of the things he's improved on the most is his stoppage of balls. Really, really above average from Amani. So the 2-1 to Shirley. The pitch. And that's going to be a single up in center field. Keene with the ball. Here's the throw. They will cut it off. And they score 2 runs. Stoughton will move ahead 6-1. A good piece of hitting by Shirley right there.
Yeah, another good piece of hitting. Put it right where they needed to get some runs in again.
Looked like he just went with that fastball. It wasn't a bad location. It's actually just a very good piece of hitting. There's really nothing you can do out there. And Coach Brennan's going to go out to the mound. Brockton down 6-1, and you don't be fooled by Stoughton's record. They play in probably the best league in the state. Last year, Franklin in the state championship in Division I, King Philip in the state championship in Division II, Foxborough made it to the semifinals. It's a great league. So Zeke's going to go out of the game, and Brockton looks like they're just going to switch up the first baseman and the pitcher. And Chostachy will go to first, Frost on the mound.
Yeah, Coach Brennan sees that Zeke didn't quite have it today.
You know, he got behind early on batters early and was pitching in the count from behind. So when that happens, these pitchers are just sitting on fastballs.
Sitting on them.
And when you're facing good pitching every week, unless you're throwing 90 and 95, these kids are going to be able to put some balls in play. A couple mistakes by Brockton, a couple singles and a double that have found the right space. And Stoughton's really taken advantage of some Brockton miscues. Now comes the senior, Chris Frost.
And I think, excuse me, Leo, I think one of the biggest miscues was in that first inning when there was a little miscommunication out there between the second baseman and the right fielder.
Set the tone early.
Set the tone early.
Yeah, set the tone early because this is not who Brockton's been this year. Brockton has not been the team from last year. They really have been solid defensively and on the mound. But this game is not over. Brockton has scored 9 runs, 9 runs, 5 runs, 11 runs, and multiple runs against Bridgewater Rating. They're capable of putting a crooked number up there and getting back in this game. Frost, the senior, who pitched last year against Dartmouth in a 4-3 loss in 11 innings, pitched 10 innings last year. It really wasn't the same guy after. When he's got his control on, he's very, very tough to hit. So he's coming into a tough situation right here with first and second, no outs. Coach Brennan wants to get this team back in the clubhouse and get the bats up and try to put some pressure back on Stoughton. LaRusso out to talk to him, probably going over signs, making sure they don't get crossed up. One out, first and second. Defense still playing straight up. Frost working from the stretch. Perez shading over towards second. opening in the hole towards right field. The 0-1, great stop by LaRusso.
Oh, took that right out of the dirt on the inside.
Really, really good stop. Frost down 1-0, working from the stretch. The 0-1, or the 1-0 is low. We're going to go 2-0. Another great stop by LaRusso.
Another inside pitch in the dirt.
Well, the last thing Brockton wants to do here is walk and put another guy at third base with less than 2 outs. I'm sure Brendan is asking for just some fastballs and maybe some balls in play right here. Frost working from the stretch. The 2-0. Good fastball.
Yeah, inside. Fooled him.
McCarthy was really late on that one. On deck is Ryan Summers, number 8. I believe this is the 7-hitter in the order. The 2-1 from the stretch. Frost, the pitch. Another good pitch. He'll get back to 2-2. McCarthy really wasn't close on that one either. Frost working slow. From the stretch, the 2-2 with 2 on. The look over. Here's the pitch. Oh, really inside. It looked like it may have hit him. He actually threw that ball in the batter's box.
Yeah, nice job by the batter getting out of the way of that pitch.
Really was. Look like he was doing the tango in the batter's box. So 3-2, really big, important pitch right here for Brockton. Like to see Frost put anything near the plate. Force him to swing the bat. The 3-2.
Ooh. Looked
Gonna
good.
be
Must have
low.
been high. Or...
Looked like Armani took it up a little bit low from the ground, and the ump must have thought he was trying to frame that and didn't give him the call. So Brockton again with the infield in. Down 6-1 in this game with bases loaded. Number 8 is going to be Ryan Summers. Stoughton ahead. Frost working from the set. Here's the 0-0, the pitch. Strike right down the middle. Good pop on that pitch.
Yeah.
Frost working ahead now. Let's see if Brockton can get out of this with no more runs. This is a very important inning right here for Brockton. Not to get behind by too much more. The 0-1 from the set. Frost looks in, the pitch. Another good pitch. So Frost ahead now, 2-0. Don't know what kind of pitch you want to throw here. I know you don't want to throw another fastball over the middle of the plate, so maybe an off-speed pitch here that you can get him to chase something. LaRusso's been fabulous behind there stopping pitches today. So the 0-2. Frost from the set. Here's the pitch. Good fastball.
Yeah. Froze him for a split second there.
Looked like he was looking for something else, too. The bat was probably thinking what we were. He's going to get an off-speed pitch here. So up comes number 4, Sean Farley, actually the leadoff guy right now. Bases loaded. Frost working from the set. Here's the pitch. Good fastball.
Good pitch. Yeah.
Frost going to work ahead to Farley. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2 outs. Any base here will get Brockton out of the inning. Top of the 3rd. Frost from the set, the look in. Here's the pitch. Another fastball. Looked like the same spot, but not going to get the call. I think the problem there was, Miles, is LaRusso was set up on the outside, and when you bring your body over to the inside part, you're not going to get the call.
You're not going to get the call. Yeah. Exactly.
So 1-1 to Farley. Frost with the set, the look in. Good fastball again. So he's working ahead right here.
Yeah, Frost got some good inside pitches.
Yeah. He likes to pitch the inside part of the plate. His natural tail as a lefty, the ball tails in on right-handers. So the 1-2 from the set. The look in, and here's the pitch. Ball just outside. Looked like an off-speed pitch. Another good stop by LaRusso. This had to be 10, 15 pitches in the dirt today. The LaRusso has really made some stops on. Only one ball getting to the backstop. So we're going to go 2-2 here. Frost working from the set. Defense playing regular depth. Here's the 2-2. And that ball should be caught by the first baseman. Oh, good play by Anchosti. That ball actually came back into fair grounds.
It
nice
sure
play.
did. Way to keep his eye on the ball.
So Brockton down 6-1. A lot of baseball left. Like to see some life in that dugout.
Yeah, bats need to come alive in this inning, if possible.
Malkin's going to work with a lead right here.
Yeah, Brockton needs to chip away at this lead.
Few runs at a time.
Yeah,
If
there
they
you
can
go.
get this to the 6th inning, only down a run or two, they're in fine shape. Brockton will get to their bullpen, and let's see what Stoughton has once they get past their pitcher right here.
Well, see, that's the key right there. And especially in high school sports, what do you have after your starting pitcher?
Exactly. If you don't have anyone that's going to follow up and throw strikes and put pressure on the teams, usually a good high school team will get to that next guy. Brockton's proven that this year. They've done a nice job getting to the relief pitches and putting pressure on that team. Keene's going to lead off. He's had a good start to the year. 2 hits in the opener against Whitman Hanson, a hit in the last game against Wayne with the stolen base, and he's played pretty good defense this year. Actually better than pretty good, Miles. He's really been good out there. He covers a lot of ground.
Yeah, good senior, showing his leadership on this Boxer team.
He's capable of bunting. He's capable of hitting the ball the other way. If he gets on base, you have Jackson O'Brien on deck, 2 of the fastest guys on the team. Malkin finishing up his warm-up pitches. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd, down 6-1. Stoughton hasn't, another thing, Stoughton's been down in most of these games. Let's see how they play ahead.
Yeah,
it's been something they're not used to.
Exactly. Can they hold the lead?
They were in a close game against Oliver Ames where they were tied at 6 early this season. They gave up 10 runs late, which makes me think once they got out from their starting pitcher that they had trouble closing out that game. So let's see if Brockton can drive up the pitch count while putting guys on base.
That's the key right there. Drive up the pitch count.
Malkin working from the set to look into Keene. Here's the pitch. Good fastball.
That was a good fastball, like around the waist.
Malkin's going to work ahead. Keene the look in. Malkin working fast. The 0-1. And that looks like it's going to be trouble. Oh, good play by the second baseman. Looked like it was over the first baseman's head. The second baseman did a nice job backing up.
Yeah, second baseman did a nice job responding once that ball hit the bat. He went right over to cover that area. Made a nice play.
Stoughton getting that all-important first out of the inning. Back to Jackson O'Brien, the leadoff hitter, who walked on 4 pitches. Malkin working from the set, the first pitch. Good fastball. So the count will be 0-1. O'Brien digging in. The 0-1. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's a good curveball. That ball looks good. So O'Brien, 1-1, digging in. Malkin working from the set. The 1-1 on the look-in. And here's the pitch. Another fastball to just inside. So 2-1 to O'Brien.
Yeah, catcher did a nice job keeping his glove right there.
He sure did. 2-1. Here's the pitch, the set, the look. Outside, 3-1. O'Brien seen 8 pitches today. He has not swung the bat because he's only saw 1 strike. So getting on base important here. The 3-1, working fast. The look, here's the pitch. It looks outside.
Nice job.
Good at bat by Jackson O'Brien. Brockton's number 2 hitter up is Dom Hopkins, the senior, who struck out in his first at bat. Hopkins, the senior.
Yep. Hopkins had a great year in basketball this year for the Boxers.
Part of that Elite 8 team. So O'Brien digging in with a good lead. Malkin working from the stretch. Brockton dugout trying to get into the game. And that ball's a short ground ball that's hit in. Easy play for the third baseman. And Brockton's going to get that run at the second with 2 outs with LaRusso up, who grounded out with an RBI in the first inning. There's actually a line out that was dropped and picked up by the third baseman. So LaRusso trying to get a 2-out RBI here to get Brockton within 4 runs. And Chostagee on deck. Malkin working from the stretch. O'Brien on second. Really no one shading over. Second baseman now taking a peek over. And he calls timeout. He wants to talk to the catcher. So Stoughton right here, the last thing they want to do is put another guy on base with a walk. So LaRusso should be looking for dead fastballs to hit somewhere because Stoughton with a 5-run lead does not want any guys on base.
Exactly. They got a comfortable lead. They don't want to make it any more favorable for Brockton to get back in this thing with 1 or 2 runs.
So Malkin working from the stretch. O'Brien, now the second baseman coming over. There's the 0-0. And that's going to be a little ground ball to second base, and Stoughton is going to get out of it. So we're going to go to the end of 3 miles. Brockton down 6-1. Frost coming back out in the mound, wants to keep this game within reach at this point.
Yeah, boxers really have no choice but to keep it at 6-1. The bats kind of fizzled there. They just couldn't get anything going in that bottom of that inning. So they're going to have to hold tight right here. Get back in the clubhouse and try to get some hits in that next inning.
Well, if you want to be a good team, you got to show moxie in some of these games. You
got to show moxie.
You got to come back and be able to put pressure on teams and get back into the game. You can't hold your heads. The team from last year, when they were down, other than a few games, they were really out of the game. This year, they want to prove that this isn't the 2022 version. They want to prove this is a different year. Still at 4-1, they're in a good position to make the tournament this year with some favorable matchups later on in the schedule. They've had some adversity with one of their better players out of the lineup, but they still have the depth to go out and win these ball games.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They still have, that's the key, they still have depth in this baseball team.
Frost, looking to keep them in the game, got out of a good jam last inning. He really did. He came out and got a strikeout after a walk, a strikeout, and a pop-up to get out of the inning. Stoughton's going to move to their number 2 hitter, which is Cole Franey, who's got a walk and a single. Brockton defense still in Chostagi at first, Perez at second, O'Brien at short, Dom Hopkins at third. Working left to right is Jenkins, Brett Keene, and Cooper Card. Brady with the DH for Card today. We'll be back on Friday at Brockton Community Access when Brockton faces Braintree, always a perennial power. Miles, Brockton, and during the 80s and 90s, even 70s, had some great battles with Braintree.
Yep, great battles with Braintree over the decades.
Sure have. Braintree, a 5-time state champion in Massachusetts baseball. Brockton, a 3-time state champion. So 8 state championships between those 2 high schools. Pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive.
Frost working on his last warm-up pitch. LaRusso the throwdown.
LaRusso's got a good arm. The last game that we did, he threw out a bat or two.
And it's not even how exceptionally strong it is. He's got a really good release. He gets rid of that ball quick. Instead of winding up from the back of his shoulder, he throws that ball right from his ear, so he gets it out really quick, which is just as important as having a really strong arm. So Frost working from the set. The 0-0. Here's the pitch. Good off-speed pitch for a strike. Frost working from the set. 0-1. The look in. Here's the pitch. Fastball up. The count will go to 1-1. Frost. The pitch. Good ground ball to Hopkins. Gets through his legs. Good backup from O'Brien. Just came up on the ball right there a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think Hopkins really he didn't get his glove on the ground.
He just didn't get his glove on the ground. I think he anticipated a hop here that didn't come, and Brockton going to be pitching with the man on first again. Frost did his job right there.
They seem to get in trouble when they get that.
When they make mistakes.
Yeah, when they make mistakes, exactly.
So Frost working from the stretch. The pitcher marking on the mound. Good fastball inside. Small lead over at first. This game is very indicative of how they played last season, and Brockton would like to put this out of their memory right now and get back to playing good baseball. Here's the 0-1. Good fastball up the middle. Should be a double play. Good play by O'Brien. The play over the throw. Double play.
Ooh, nice speed there by O'Brien.
Like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, Mile, he may be the best athlete on the team. He plays center field, shortstop, pitches. When you have him in the infield and the ball goes to him, usually good things are going to happen.
Yeah, I'm impressed with that play right there. Stepped on the bag and a powerful throw because that runner was coming down at first very hard.
He sure was. So Don Bell standing up, strikeout and a double that drove in 2 runs with 2 outs. Frost working from the set. The look in, and here's the pitch. Ball low. Looked like a good pitch. Must have been low.
Yeah, this kid's got good upper strength, it looks like, upper power.
Sure does. So the stretch, the 1-0, the pitch. The ball up, 2-0. Brockton's defense, regular depth. Keene shading over a little bit to left field where he hit the ball between him and Jenkins last time.
Ooh, painted the outside corner.
Good 2-0 fastball. Just hit the outside part of the plate. Good frame job by LaRusso. So the 2-1, Frost working from the set, the pitch, ball up. Last thing Brockton wants right here is put another guy on base. So 3-1. Bell very patient at the plate. Frost from the set, the 3-1. Ball up.
Ooh. Just couldn't put it over there.
So Stoughton's going to go to Joe Rush, their 5-hitter, with 2 outs, a man on first. Let's see if they put a guy in motion here. They've had 1 successful stolen base, 1 guy thrown out. Working from the stretch, the first pitch. Good
nice
fastball.
Pitch, yes.
Again, though, Miles, LaRusso's lined up on the outside of part of the plate. That ball's back on the inside. I don't know if he's hitting his spot directly. It's still a good pitch. So here's the 0-1 working from the stretch. Frost with the delay. Good pitch. Frost holds that leg up, draws the runner from not going out any further from his lead, and throws a good fastball to get ahead 2-0. So Frost in the driver's seat, the 0-2. Good lead by Bell. The pitch.
Ooh, whoa. Wow, that was close. That was close, Leo.
I think Brennan liked that one, shaking the head. So the count's going to go to 1-2. Rush at the plate. Frost from the stretch, the look in, the pitch. The ball's going to get away. So they're going to get that guy to second base on a wild pitch. The count's going to go to 2, and this is a run Brockton cannot give up.
Not at all. That ball looked like it hit the catcher's mitt on the outside and bounced off his mitt.
It looked like a 60-foot curveball that came up and got LaRusso right off the glove. That's going to go down as a wild pitch, not a pass ball. So the 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball up. So good at bat by Joe Rush. Going down 0-2, but coming back now to get it to 3-2. Bell on second. Stoughton working ahead of this game, 6-1. Here's the 3-2. And that's going to be sliced over to the right. Good, hefted by Chostigi. And that just drops in between Card, Perez, and Chostigi.
Yeah, a little bit too deep for that first baseman to get to it.
For people who are not at the game, there's a lot of open foul ball space on the first base side. Not as much on the third base side, but on that first base side, a lot of foul ground to cover over there.
Yeah, plenty of room.
So Rush still working on a 3-2 count. Frost from the stretch. Bell, with no one shading over, is going to get a good jump off. Ooh, and that pitch looked really good.
Wow.
Frost shaking his head and doesn't like that one. So we're going to go first and second, 2 outs with number 1, the 6-hitter, Jarrell Corello, who is singled and walked. 2 outs. Frost working from the stretch. The pitch. And that pitch is popped up back. LaRusso. And that ball's going to land in play. I don't think LaRusso thought that ball was going to...
Yeah, I think he thought it was going to go over the netting.
Yeah. So 0-1. Frost again working from the stretch. Both players getting off with very good leads. Any ball in the outfield should score another run. The 0-1. Ooh, that ball's outside. So Frost just missing on the corners. And we are looking at a 1-1 count to Jarrell Corello. Jarrell Corello. Frost on the 1-1 from the stretch. The look in, the pitch. And that ball's going to be sent out to center field. And that's going to be a run. O'Brien with a really good throw. And they're actually going to get him.
Wow.
Great throw.
On the money.
Let me tell you, Don Bell didn't run on that play. He thought no matter what, if it was going to be in the center field, he was going to score. Jackson O'Brien with a laser to home and a good tag out. Hopefully that springs Brockton up right there.
You're right, Leo. Not good base running, but our center fielder took advantage with his strong arm and threw a bullet right down there to the left-hand side of that plate where you're supposed to get that runner.
That was actually the shortstop who rolled around and actually came from behind the ball in front of it and made an absolutely fantastic throw. So let's see if that sparks Brockton's offense. They're going to be coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning, down 6-1 with their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. Malkin's still on the mound. Since that opening inning where he walked a few guys, he's been really solid.
Yeah, I mean, give credit to the shortstop for even making that play. It wasn't like he was a center fielder and could run in and get that jump and just throw. He went back, then came around and just threw a bullet.
circled the ball.
Yes.
Fantastic throw. LaRusso with the tag out, and actually wasn't even close. You got to fault the base runner. I think the base runner just thought that ball was in there and there wasn't going to be a play at home, and really didn't go out 100% right there. So Brockton gets out of it with a double play and a 6-2 play at the plate to get no runs across the board. Stepping up first will be Achostegui, a strikeout victim in the first inning. Bottom of the fourth, Brockton with more at-bats. They could put pressure on this team. You'd like to see them get maybe the leadoff guy on right here, Miles.
Yeah, hopefully they can get a little momentum right here with that great bang-bang play to end the inning. They can come up here and get some, get their bat on that ball and get some runs in. Get a little rally going on here.
Achostegui, capable of changing the game with one swing, a 3-run homer, a long double against Weymouth. Working from the set, and here's the pitch from Malkin. Good fastball.
Ooh, it was.
Achostegui late. So his velocity has really ticked up since the first inning. Malkin working fast, and Achostegui with the look. The 0-1. Low. 1-1. Brockton dugout really lifeless right now. You'd like to see some of the seniors get these guys on the fence really loud.
Yeah.
The 1-1. The look in. Outside. 2-1. Good take by Achostegui. Just missed on the outside part of the plate. The 2-1 working from the set. Malkin the pitch. Fouled off. Just hit the end of the bat. It looked like that may be an off-speed pitch there, Miles. Zeke was really ahead of that, so he took something off of that. Maybe a four-seam fastball, maybe a cutter. But nice pitch either way. So we're going to go 2-2 to Achostegui. Malkin on the mound working from the set. Here's the pitch. That ball up. Another good pitch.
Ooh. Took a little speed off there. Tried to fool the batter.
So 3-2. Looking for the leadoff guy on. Brockton bench getting loud. The 3-2, the pitch to Achostegui. And he got a piece of that. That looks like it could be over the center fielder's head, and it will be. And Achostegui hoping to get to second. He's going to be looking at third. And he's probably going to hold up right there. You just see the power that Achostegui has right there. He got that ball up in the wind, and the ball carried to the power alley. So a good piece of hitting right there in the 3-2 count.
And you mentioned that, Leo. He took one out of the park a few games back. He's got power, and he took advantage right there, put it right where he needed to, over the center fielder's head and left center, let's call it.
Adam Perez standing in, another good guy, a junior with really good power. Brockton looking to make some hay in the fourth inning here. Working from the stretch, the 0-0. Good off-speed pitch that fooled Perez.
Yeah, it did fool him. That was a good off-speed pitch there.
Malkin working ahead. He's in the stretch. Second baseman shading over. Perez looks in at the pitcher. Malkin on the 1-1 from the stretch. The pitch. Just a bit outside. Brockton looking to put pressure here. Working from the stretch. Malkin on the 1-1 to Perez. Shading on the outside part of the plate. The pitch. And Perez got a piece of that. That is working. And it's going to be a fly ball to right. And they're sending him. Deep enough to get Zeke to third base.
Yeah, good job, third base coach, sending him because they're down 6-1, so they need somebody in real serious scoring position.
Brockton taking a chance there, but Achostegui, good base running, getting to third. Brady Witt coming up.
And the batter got it deep enough for the base runner to get over the third.
Still working from the stretch. One out, man on third. Brady Witt up, the senior, looking to drive the run in. The pitch. And he got a single up the middle.
Beautiful
Good piece of hitting right there by Brady Witt.
Good piece of hitting.
Brockton going to get their second run across. First fastball. If you listen to Coach Brennan, no one will tell you more that he wants you attacking fastballs earlier in the count.
And you can hear a little momentum coming from that Brockton dugout.
So Witt on first. Frost up, a strikeout victim in the first. Brockton down 6-2. The stretch, the 0-0. Going to be a curveball up. Good pitch, just a bit up.
Yeah.
Frost, Jenkins on deck. Keen after that. Brockton down 6-2. Malkin working from the stretch. Short lead over. The 1-0. The pitch. Good fastball. Like to see Frost attack that pitch with good power. Maybe hit that the other way. Malkin, 1-1, short lead. The pitch to Frost. Low, 2-1. Frost in the driver's seat here. Let's see if Malcolm will come with a fastball here, or maybe something off speed. 2-1, short lead. Malcolm from the stretch. The look, the pitch. Inside. Woo. Good fastball, but it's going to be 3-1 with Jenkins on deck. Frost again in the driver's seat. Brockton looking to change this game right here. Put some pressure back on the Stoughton defense. The 3-1, the stretch, the look. And Frost fouls it off to the left. I actually like seeing him attacking balls in a 3-1 count, not looking for the walk there. Frost is capable again, just like in Chostigi, hitting a ball to the power alley. The 3-2, big pitch right here. Let's see if Witt's in motion. The stretch, the pitch. And that's low.
Wow.
So Brockton will get the first and second with Jenkins coming up, the Stoughton manager heading to the mound.
Yeah, nice job by Frost to look at that pitch and decide that it's not going to be a strike. And I'm sure he wanted to make some contact, but he did the smart thing.
Didn't force anything.
Didn't force anything.
So Jenkins coming up. He grounded out to second base his first time up. The manager, Cardi, talks to his pitcher. Malkin, who's pitched out of trouble a few times, a senior, definitely had experience in this situation before. Jenkins coming up, the junior. Big, strong kid again, another boy capable of hitting a power alley. 2 men on, working from the stretch. Malkin looks in. The first pitch. And that ball is low.
Low.
So Jenkins working ahead. Stoughton's defense shaded over to the left. The hole between first and second open. The 0-1, the pitch. And that ball is sent out. Looks like it's going to be a routine play to center field, and it is caught. So it's up to Brett Keane right now.
Nice contact by the batter, but just couldn't place it in the right spot.
It was a good inside fastball. Jenkins would have to pull his hands in a little bit more to really get that. It's a good part of the bat on that. Just wasn't able to do it. So Keane up, popped up to second base his first time up. Big situation right here for the senior. Brockton looking to put some more runs on the board. The 0-0 from the stretch. Malkin, the look in. The pitch. Good outside fastball.
It was.
Good take by Keane. I think the only thing you do with that pitch is ground it out. So the 0-1, Malkin looking to pitch out of trouble. Second base hole open. The 0-1 to Keane. The pitch. Up. So the count's going to go to 1-1. Leadoff batter Jackson O'Brien on deck. 6-2 Stoughton in the fourth. Keane, the 1-1. Malkin, the look, the stretch, the pitch. And that's a hot hit ball. Good play by the second baseman, who throws it on the ground, and it's scooped. So Brockton will get a couple hits that inning, a walk and a run. And we're going to go to the fifth, Miles, down 6-2.
And give Stoughton credit. They was in a little jam right there, but they was able to keep their composure and get that third out.
Couple good plays.
Before Brockton could do any more damage in this inning.
The second baseman bobbled the ball. He actually threw it low, and the first baseman made a nice pick out of the ground. So Brockton, with 3 at-bats left, Frost needs to do his job again and not let any more runs up. The defense looks the same, and Chostigi will go to first. Frost will be back out on the mound. Stoughton looking to put a few more runs. I think that coach would like to have a few more runs back up on the board. I don't know how many more pitches his pitcher's going to go. His pitch count should be up over 75 or 80 at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure head coach Kevin Cardi is still not comfortable with that 4-run lead at the moment. He knows what Brockton has. So, he, like you said, he'd like to see his team come out and maybe get 1 or 2 more runs.
Exactly. Frost warming up. Last inning, did a good job of working out of trouble. Leadoff error, followed by a double play, followed by a couple walks, followed by a single where Jackson O'Brien made a fabulous play to get the player at the plate and a good tag out by LaRusso.
Yeah, he did a nice job letting his defense get him out of that. But it was some good pitching.
Brockton, few errors today that have caused them some issues, some misplays and a couple errors. It's got to be something that's going to drive Coach Brennan nuts. When I've talked to Coach Brennan, before the game, the one thing he talked about is how good the defense has been with Genatasio going out of the lineup. It's solid at second base. He had to change some of his defense around. He was very comfortable with the way his infield was playing. But when you change guys around, you get them out of their comfort zones. It's going to take a few games to get them, since they haven't been practicing there either. So
Exactly.
a couple mistakes, but Brockton's still in the game, capable of coming back. They've scored a bunch of runs in these games earlier this season. So it's up to the pitching and defense right now to get them back into the dugout and their bats back up at the plate.
Exactly.
Leading off for Stoughton will be Ben Shirley. Shirley with a single, a strikeout. Frost is going to be working from the set. Defense the same, playing straight away. Frost from the set, the look in the pitch. Good fastball. Oh, off Frost's glove. Can O'Brien make the play? Oh, tough play.
Yeah, tough break right there for the pitcher. If he didn't get his glove on that ball, it probably would have easy bang play for an out.
Frost deflects the ball over to Bryan, who made a really good play to field. It just threw the ball low, unable to scoop the ball.
Yeah, once that ball hit the pitcher's glove, it slowed it down big time.
It'll probably go down as an error. Could be by a single, but most likely if he makes that throw, the batter's out. So we're going to have a man on second with no outs, and Frost is low on the pitch. Like we said, Miles, indicative of last year's baseball with the errors. Brockton making some mistakes today they haven't made all season. Frost in the stretch. The 1-0, the look in. Ball low. So we're going to go to 2-0 to number 2, James McCarthy.
Pitch looked good, but I guess it was a little low.
Frost not happy, taking a walk off the mound, shaking his head.
Exactly.
So the 2-0. The batter choking up on the bat. Ball. Good off-speed pitch for a fastball. Actually, that ball's been called a ball all day today. The ump is really frustrating the Brockton pitch. They think he's been inconsistent. So the 2-1. From the stretch, the pitch. Another good fastball to McCarthy. So Frost working his way back in the count. Brockton needs to keep this second base batter off the plate. They cannot give up another run right here. The 2-2 to McCarthy. The stretch, the look in, the pitch. Little ground ball to O'Brien. Good play to first for the out. McCarthy did a nice job putting that ball in play, getting the runner over to third base. Coach Brennan will definitely pull the infield in. He needs to knock this run down at the plate.
Yeah, nice play by the shortstop again. Great arm. He just zips it right over there.
Up batting now is number 27. I think this is a pinch hitter, Tommy Winsakowicz, a junior. His first time up today. Brockton's infield's in. Leadoff man will be up on deck. So the pinch hitter, Winsakowicz, infield in. Frost working from the set. The look in. The pitch. Strike down the middle. Good pitch.
Yeah, that's what Frost needs. He'd be nice to get a strikeout here.
Working ahead is huge. Brockton pulling the outfield in a little bit. They want to knock down any run at the plate. The 0-1 from the set. Frost looks in. Omani LaRusso on the outside part of the plate. The pitch. Ooh, just misses.
Just missed on the outside there.
Going to go to 1-1. Winsakowicz, the lefty, looks in. Frost working quick. The 1-1. Right back at Frost for the out.
Nice reaction by the pitcher, Frost.
Back to 2 outs, back to regular depth. Farley coming up. Has gone on at a walk, a single. Frost working from the set. The pitch. Low. Guy stopped by LaRusso, who's had his busy day behind the plate today.
Busy day. Taking a lot of stuff out of the dirt.
1-0 to Farley. Brockton down 6-2 in the fifth. Frost to the set. The pitch. Just a bit outside. So, Farley ahead in the count, 2-0. I think Farley was a hockey player, so he plays. Brockton and Stoughton play together, so he managed some of the kids on the Brockton team. The 2-0 to Farley, the pitch. just inside. Looked like he got him. But
It did
Foley,
look like just missed him.
Foley not reacting like he got hit. Probably wants to hit anyways.
Yeah.
If I was a hitter, I'd never
Yeah.
want to get hit. I want to take my swings. So 3-0 to Foley. No harm in putting a guy on here. You got another force out. Good fastball over the middle, 3-1.
Yeah, he was looking all the way.
Coach will give him the signs. The 3-1. Foley, small lead at third. The pitch. Oh, that ball hit him.
Yeah.
So Brockton actually gets lucky there because that ball was pitched out of the batter's box. If that didn't hit Foley, that was going to the backstop. Another run's going to score. So Brockton actually gets a break there.
It's a break, yes.
So let's see if they put a guy in motion here. Number 22 coming up is Cole Franey, the number 2 hitter. 2 outs, man on first and third. Stoughton's had guys littered all over the base pads the entire day today. The Brockton pitchers have had to pitch out of a lot of jams. Scores 6-2 in the 5th. Frost going to be working out of the stretch. Big lead over at first. Small one, really big lead over at first. He's just sitting. He's asking to be. He's looking. They're going to get into a jam. They're going to get into a. They're going to throw to the plate. Oh. Stoughton runs that.
Wow.
Stoughton runs the delayed steal at second and third perfectly. Frost ran at him like he's supposed to. Just a little late on the throw to the plate. Looks like a Little League play they ran right there, but they ran it to perfection, and they're going to score the 7th run. Also get the batter at first base down to second base.
They sure did. Great call over there by the first base coach.
So Brockton down 7-2. Frost working from the stretch. The pitch. Fouled off to the right. Really behind. That's a big run for Brockton to give up right there.
Right, because Brockton got a run, and now they lost that one back.
Brockton practices those plays all the time. That's a play that should not happen on the boxes. The pitch. Wow, Brockton got a call there. That pitch has been a ball all day. So you're going to work ahead 0-2 here. Down 7-2. Frost working from the stretch, working fast. Here's the 0-2. He's running. The throw, not in time.
Going back to that last play where the runner scored, would you have let the base runner that was stealing go ahead and steal and just concentrate on that third base runner? Don't let him score?
Usually in Little League, yes. In high school, if they're going to give you one out, you got to take it.
Okay.
Strike 3 on that pitch right there. So Brockton is going to get out of it. Down 7-2. The thing about that is, Miles, Brockton played it right. Frost ran right at him, and then he turned around and looked at home. As soon as he sees that guy off the base halfway down, he's going to run right at that batter too, because you can't give up that run.
Right.
He just waited. He hesitated just an inch.
Yep, split
a second too long.
Yeah.
And the batter was safe by less than 6 inches.
Yeah, big break for Stoughton right there to get that run back.
All the breaks have gone Stoughton's way today. Brockton's still not out of this game.
Nope.
7-2 in the 5th. 3 more at-bats. Malkin coming back up to the mound. Brockton will have the top of the order up. This is a time if they're ever going to put pressure on Stoughton, now's the time. Malkin's pitched superbly since the first inning.
Need to get this leadoff batter on base. Put the pressure on the pitcher.
Just looks like a different team from the other night. I don't know if Brockton's had a letdown ever since that huge win the other night over Weymouth, but it sure feels like it.
Spring break letdown.
Yeah. School vacation letdown. Well, like we said, a lot of baseball left, a lot of season left for Brockton. The goal is to get into the tournament, and that's still obtainable. Stoughton defense still the same. Brockton with O'Brien, who's walked twice today. If they could put him on base, you're working the pitcher out of the stretch, and Brockton has a chance to get something going, to get some momentum on their side. Like we said, Malkin was really laboring in the first inning, but since then has really pitched a terrific game. Field in beautiful condition. Playing conditions perfect. A little breeze. Malkin working from the set. The set, the look in, the first pitch. Good fastball. O'Brien doesn't pull the trigger. 0-1. Malkin working ahead. The set, the look in, the pitch. Another good pitch. Just misses up. Good off-speed pitch from Malkin right there. O'Brien, 1-1. Malkin from the set, working fast. The 1-1. Good off-speed pitch.
Definite off-speed there. Kind of froze him for a second.
Sure did. So he's going to work ahead 1-2. O'Brien trying to put a ball in play, use some of the speed that he has. Malkin working fast from the set. The 1-2. Ooh, another close pitch.
Yep, just
did not get the call. Good
just
pitch.
Outside. Inside.
Just inside.
Yeah.
So the 2-2. O'Brien, the pitch, the 2-2.
Ooh, wow.
That's a makeup call.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't a strike, and I think the last one was. That was 100% a makeup call.
Wow.
So 1 out. Hopkins coming up. He is grounded out and struck out. Hopkins, the senior. And the pitch. Just low. So the 1-0 to Hopkins. Brockton down 7-2 in the bottom of the fifth. The pitch. The ground ball hit to the shortstop. Routine play. And he throws it away. So Brockton with a huge break right there.
That's what they needed, a break. Let's see if they can capitalize, Leo.
LaRusso coming up. He's 0 for 2 with the line-out RBI. Big part of the order coming up for the Boxers. LaRusso, Janchostiki, Perez, Witt.
Yeah, nice job by Hopkins hustling down there to put the pressure on them on the infield to make the throw.
Malkin working from the stretch. Hopkins on second. No one shading over. Good move to second. Back in time.
Yeah, they thought they could fool the big guy.
The hole between first and second open if LaRusso wants to go the other way. He will hit the ball to all fields. Malkin steps off. Malkin looks in. The pitch. And that ball is hit out to right field. Looks like it should be a routine play. And it is.
Nice job by the right fielder to come in strong on that one.
So 2 outs and Chostaki coming up, a strikeout and a double. Brockton could use a hit right here to catch that run back they had last inning. Malkin throwing lots of strikes. Really making the Brockton batters put the ball in play. The stretch, the look in, the 0-0. Good pitch, foul ball. Chostaki, nice job keeping his hands back trying to drive that changeup.
Yeah, that was definite excellent changeup. Kind of fooled the batter. Couldn't quite get the full contact on that.
And Chostaki digging in. Malkin, the 0-1, coming from the stretch. The look in. Hopkins off second. The pitch. Ground ball to third base. Nice field. And the ball is thrown over for the out. So Brockton will get a runner on base from an error. And they will go to the 6th inning down 7-2.
Yeah, tough inning there for the for the Brockton Boxers. Just couldn't quite get anything going. Good pitching. Got to give credit to the Stoughton pitcher.
Malkin's been fantastic today. He's made the right pitches at the right time, whether it's a fastball or an off-speed pitch. He's kept the Brockton hitters off balance, and his defense has made plays when they had to. Again, 2 more at-bats for Brockton. It's not unheard of to come back and score 6 runs to win a game, but they got to stop him right here on the mound. Defense, right. Actually, we see a change in the defense. No, Jackson O'Brien still at shortstop. Defense stays the same. Frost working into his 3rd inning in relief. And Chostaki started this game, just didn't have his best stuff today. His fastball looked like it was above average. His off-speed stuff wasn't on today. Stoughton took advantage of some bad Brockton miscues early and put some runs on the board. And Brockton just hasn't been able to catch up, Miles.
Yes, give Stoughton credit. Like you said, they took advantage of some of the miscues of the boxes and put up some runs.
Brockton will be back on action on Friday. against Braintree. Again, one of the perennial powers in Massachusetts. They won back-to-back state championships a few years back in the Super 8. A great baseball program. Used to have head coach Donnie Fredericks, who along with Tom Pileski, two of the best coaches in Massachusetts history. Actually, Donnie Fredericks was the first base umpire of the Brockton North Quincy game, and he was talking to me and one of the other dads, Bill Keene, about the great battles he had with Brockton in the 70s and 80s and how good the baseball was back then.
Oh, it was supreme. I'm class of 74. I can remember Pileski and them Brockton teams were just awesome.
Tommy Pileski coached the state championship team in 1981 for the Boxers. They made it to the state championship in 1976, losing in extra innings. He also played on two state championship caliber teams, Tom Pileski in the early 60s, so he knows something about baseball.
Oh, yes, he does.
Coach Brennan, in his sixth year at Brockton, has really done a nice job getting his Brockton teams ready to play baseball. They practice hard. He has them prepared. Sometimes it's up to the kids to go out there and make plays, and only so much the manager can do.
That's right.
So the pitcher, Malcolm, will come up. Frost working from the set. Here's the pitch. Good fastball. Hunter Malkin late on that. Malkin has struck out, singled, and walked. Frost working from the set. The 0-1. And Malkin's late again on that. So Frost ahead, 0-2. He's done a nice job since he's come in, Frost.
Yes, he has. He's kept Brockton somewhat still having a chance to win this ball game, tie it up or do something.
The 0-2. Frost working from the set. The pitch. And that ball's going to be sent out to right field. Cooper Codd chasing over. Nice play.
And a nice job by Cooper to play a short right field on that play. If he was further back, he wouldn't have got to that.
He did a nice job. As soon as the crack of the bat, he moved in. There was no hesitation. Good play by Codd. So, Bell standing up. He's been on base twice today, including one strikeout, a double, and getting on in an error. And the pitch. Good fastball again from Frost, working ahead. Brockton pitchers have only given up 2 earned runs the entire day. The rest of the runs unearned.
What's that tell you right there? Just a
defense.
Tough breaks on defense.
The 0-1 working from the set. Frost looks in. The pitch. Good fastball. Just misses. The 1-1. The look in. The pitch. Just high. As a matter of fact, Tom Pileski in the stands today watching the game. Coach Pileski, all-time great coaches, football and baseball in Brockton. The 1-1, ground ball fouled off to the left, to the right, I'm sorry, first base side. So we're going to go 2-2 on Bell here. Brockton looking for their first clean inning. They've had guys on base the entire day. Mr. Pileski, just a gentleman. Couldn't ask for a better guy. The 2-2. Frost working from the set, shaking off LaRusso. The pitch. Just outside. So you'd like to see him pound the fastball here. If he hits the ball, so be it. You don't want to see any walks.
Don't want to see any walks.
Down by 5. Frost working fast. The 3-2.
Ooh,
Ball 4.
wow.
Frost shaking his head.
Wow.
Does not like that. Coach Brennan not arguing, so he's probably got a better vantage point than we do. But either way, first walk of the inning. Going to put this man on first base with 1 out with Joe Rush up. The seniors with a single on the day. Substitute runner coming in. Pinch runner will be number 6, Andrew Beater, a sophomore. So Rush looking in. Frost working from the stretch. The pitch. Just inside. Defense playing straight away. Short lead, the 1-0. Frost looking to delay. Inside, nice stop by LaRusso.
Yeah, great stop by LaRusso.
He's had a busy day today behind the plate.
Busy day.
So we're going to go to 2-0 on Rush. Small lead. Frost working from the stretch. They got him picked off. The good blow, the nice throw, the tag out. Great move by Frost. So we're going to go 2 outs. Good hustle by LaRusso, backing up down the line.
Yeah, the Stoughton base runner got a little bit greedy. I don't understand why you've got a 5-run lead.
Why you stealing?
Yeah, why you stealing?
Well, I'm thinking that they think they have a 5-run lead. Why not take a chance, put them in scoring position? If they, so be it, they get them to second, they're going to be able to put another run across. And they haven't been hitting Frost well. Maybe if they get to second and Rush gets a single, they score the run. So the 2-1 to Rush with 2 outs. The pitch. Another good fastball, 2-2.
I think it fooled them there.
Frost working fast. The set. The 2-2. The look. Ground ball. That's going to be good. Nice piece of hitting.
Yeah.
Down the left field line. Jenkins did a nice job over. So with that bad play right there, if they did steal that base, they would have scored a run right there. So
right.
Stoughton coach thinking ahead. If they get the steal and they put Rush at the plate and he gets a single, they're going to score a run. So it doesn't work out in Stoughton's favor right there. Brockton still with a man on first with 2 outs with Jeriel Coelho up. He's got 2 hits on the day. Yep. Let's see if they put another guy in motion here, Miles.
Yeah, dangerous hitter right here.
The senior. Frost looks in, the delay, the pitch. And that should be a ground ball over. Jackson O'Brien scoop, the throw, strong throw to first, gets the out. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Brockton down 7-2.
Yep, good job, Brockton, getting out of that jam. That last hitter just hit for Stoughton. He's old school. I didn't see no batting gloves.
Yeah, you don't see that often anymore.
The last great batter that didn't wear batting gloves out there in the major leagues. I'm thinking, I'm just drawing a blank on his name, but I can remember not Rod Carew, but it was somebody.
I remember Mark Grace from the Cubs. He didn't wear batter's gloves.
Vladimir Guerrero.
Oh, he didn't wear gloves.
He didn't wear
right.
gloves.
No, he didn't. He'd tape the bat up, and he'd have all the his hands would be filthy, whatever was legal back then.
Right.
To the bat. Yeah, but he didn't wear. What a hitter he was. What an arm. Maybe the best arm in Major League history. What a cannon he had out in right field. So Brockton, we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Malkin's still on the mound. He's pitched fantastic since the first inning. Brady Witt will be leading off. Oh, actually, that's not. Witt is on deck. Adam Perez will be leading off. He's 0 for 3 today. With Witt on batting second this inning. If Brockton's ever going to make a move, now's the inning to do it.
Yeah, you don't want to put too much pressure in the 7th inning, but this is now the time to really put some pressure on this Stoughton team and get some runs.
Stoughton's been a tough luck loser this first 4 games. They've been in a few of them, giving up runs late in the game. Again, playing a really good league schedule. So it's not like they're facing Brockton. It's been the best team they faced all year. They're facing top 10 teams in the state in their league. So Perez coming in, the junior, second baseman today, 0 for 3. Like to get his bat going. Had a really good sophomore year at the plate. Malkin working from the set, the 0-0. And that's a good piece of hitting by Perez. Catching a fastball right there, and Brockton putting the leadoff guy on.
That's what they need right now.
I like seeing Perez attacking balls early in the count.
And that's exactly what he did, was attack that baseball.
Speaking of early in the count, Brady Witt singled his last time up on a first pitch fastball. Malkin out of the stretch. Frost on deck. The 0-0 working from the stretch. Malkin the look in. The small lead. Perez back. Malkin really shouldn't be worried about the guy. With a 5-run lead, just throw the ball over the plate.
I was going to say the same thing, Leo. Why risk a throw?
Yeah, why put him at second?
Why put him at second?
So the stretch, the 0-0.
Ooh. Gee.
Outside.
Wow.
Good pitcher's pitch there, I guess. That ball looked outside.
Sure did.
Malkin going to work ahead to Witt. Witt the senior. Malkin the 0-1. The pitch. Outside. 1-1.
I think that ball got away from the pitchers.
He's had a few times today on his off-speed pitch. It looks like it's slipping out of his hand before he gets to his final rotation. So the 1-1. Perez on first with no outs. Malkin with the good move Almost caught Perez flat.
That was a good move.
Really quick feet. Malkin, the 1-1, working from the stretch. The look in, the pitch. Witt just missed that. The count's going to go to 1-2. This is where Malkin's been effective today. He's really kept Brockton off balance with his 1-2-0-2 off-speed stuff. So the 1-2 to Witt, the pitch. High. So 2-2. Let's see if he'll go back to another off-speed pitch before they get to 3-2. I would think at 3-2 he'll throw a fastball with a 5-run lead. So Witt, 2-2. Perez on first with no outs, working from the stretch. The pitch. Strike 3. Good fastball.
Yeah, it was a good fastball with some heat on it.
Frost coming up. Also hitless on the day. 1 out. Malkin working from the stretch. The 0-0. The pitch. Just inside an off-speed pitch. 1-0. Brockton really lifeless on the bench today. The 1-0 from the stretch. The pitch. Just up. So 2-0. Frost in the driver's seat. Jenkins on deck. Also hitless on the day. Brockton looking to put some pressure on him. The 2-0 to Frost. Good fastball.
Yeah, he was looking all the way.
So 2-1 to Frost. Perez at first. 1 out. The stretch, the pitch. Good fastball. Frost waved at that one.
Yeah, excellent fastball.
The 2-2, Malcolm back. Perez at first. The pitch. Oof. Good pitch.
Yeah, good pitch. A little bit outside.
Just a bit outside. So 3-2, big part of the game right here. Malkin in the stretch, working fast. The 3-2. Low, and Brockton gets the bat at first. Good at bat.
Nice eye.
Jenkins coming up with Keen on deck.
Yeah, nice eye by Frost to take that pitch.
Jenkins has hit the ball in play twice today. A ground out and a pop-up. Looking to make contact here.
Yeah, Brockton looking for some speed over there.
So Frost coming out. Junior Anthony Vega, another very good athlete in that junior class, can run. Jenkins, the junior, left fielder, his first start of the year today. Big situation right here. Malkin's working from the stretch. Perez on second, Vega on first. The pitch. Low. Very surprised at the Malkin not throwing as many fastballs up by 5 runs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So he's working from the stretch. Jenkins ahead in the count, 1-0. The look, the pitch, the inside actually looked like it got him. But Jenkins not moving. So 2-0. I wonder if coach is going to give him the take here, try to get bases loaded. So Brockton bench finally showing some life. The 2-0, working from the stretch, working quick. The pitch. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. He was taking the whole way there, Miles.
Yeah, he was. That was a good pitch. Over the plate, just on the outside. Black. That was a good pitch.
2-1 to Jenkins. The pitch. Fouled off. That bit was a bit high, but Jenkins looking to attack something.
Yeah, he didn't want to get called out. So he took the swing. Luckily, he got a little piece of the ball.
Count go 2-2. Jenkins at the plate. Perez on a single. Frost on a walk. Pinch run Vega. Big pitch right here. The 2-2 from Malkin. Here we go. High and outside. So we're going to go to 3-2. This is a big part of the game right here. Brockton looking to get bases loaded with 1 out. No one warming up for Stoughton. Malkin in the stretch. The pitch. The look in. And that's going to be a single to left by Jenkins. Brockton going to be able to load the bases. They're going to send. Oh, no. That's a bad base running right there. Stoughton did a nice job running behind him. Oh, Brockton may get out of this anyways. The throw over. Oh, they got out. Looked like he was safe.
It sure did. But the umpire had a better angle than we
sure
did, I guess. But wow.
And Coach Brennan's not arguing. Good play by Stoughton throwing behind Vega right there. And we're going to take a look at the replay right here. Vega gets in the pickle. Yeah, he got him. He's out.
Got him.
He got him in the chest.
Tough break there for the Boxers. They had a nice rally going. Still got a rally going, but
can't run into outs, Miles.
No, that was just bad base running.
Can't do it. And, you know, Vega really hasn't been an everyday player. It's a tough situation for him coming in that situation right there. So Keene up with 2 outs. Outside, Brockton closes the gap to 7-3. Instead of first and second and 1 out, there's a man on second with 2 outs with the top of the order coming on deck. Keene is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be sent out to the second baseman for an easy out. So Brockton scores a run. They get one back. We head to the final inning, down 7-3. And Malkin has pitched superbly this entire day, pitching out of jams, keeping Brockton off balance.
And that's what he's done all day, is kept the batters off balance at the plate. Brockton really hasn't had anything really going as far as 2 or 3 run inning.
They really haven't. They've been able to scrape a few runs here and there. They just haven't had the swing today to change the game, which they've gotten in most of the games this season. Again, not the end of the season if they lose this game. A lot of baseball left. Losing one of their better players out of the lineup is going to hurt, but it's going to give an opportunity to some of these other guys to really come in and make an impact.
Again, give, I believe it was Rush pitching for
Malkin.
Stoughton.
Hunter Malkin's
Hunter.
been fantastic.
He's been fantastic today. Just done a great job.
He's really done a good job keeping Brockton off balance. It's what you need to do to Brockton. They're a good fastball hitting team. When you got a guy that can mix his pitch as well, usually that works against just about anyone if he can mix speeds. Frost going into his 4th inning of relief has pitched superbly today. He's really kept Brockton in the game. The defense stays the same. I believe it was a double switch. So, yeah, Vega will go back out, and Chostachy will go back into first. Frost stays on the mound, a double switch by Coach Brennan.
Nice little breeze going on right now in the ball field.
Again, Brockton back in action on Friday against Braintree.
The Womps.
The Womps. Leading off will be Ben Shirley, the junior. Frost working from the set, looking to keep the leadoff guy on, the 0-0. Just high. Shirley digging in. Frost working from the set. The 1-0. Just outside. Frost looking to get a strike here. Good pitch. Ground ball to Hopkins. The throw. Just a bit high and outside, and Chostachy not able to make the tag. So Shirley's going to get on in an error.
Hopkins got to make that play.
Yeah, he had enough time.
Yeah.
He fielded it nicely. Backed up on the ball. He had that extra hop. The throw just a bit high. So James McCarthy going to come up. The 8-hitter. Brockton, several errors on the day. Just not good enough today in the field. Like we said, they've been great all season. But today, a different story. Frost working from the stretch. The bunt. Good bunt by foul ball. It was a good bunt by McCarthy. Just popped up. LaRusso was up quick and made the throw.
He sure was.
Stoughton playing a little small ball. Do you want to put another run on the board? End of the order. Sometimes managers do that with their 7, 8, 9 hitters. They'll bunt to get to the top of the order. Frost working out of stretch. Up 0-1. Small lead over at first. Frost working from the stretch. The 0-1. Still bunt. Good move over at first. Nice job by the runner to get back.
Yep. Frost keeping the pitcher on. I mean, the base runner honest.
The 1-1, the bunt again. Bunted foul. If he pulled his bat back, that ball went and hit him in the legs.
Sure would have.
So, Frost is going to move ahead 0-2 with the runner on first. Let's see if Stoughton still keeps the bunt on. I doubt they will. But, you know, some managers, if he's a good bunter, they'll give him another attempt to get him over. McCarthy looks in at the pitcher, the 0-2. That should be a tailor-made double play. Good play by Perez. The throw over, safe.
Just a little hesitation there.
Hesitation. I think if he had just given that ball to O'Brien.
Yes, to the shortstop. I thought he was going to flip it right over.
So what he did is he tagged him with the ball in the glove without his hand. So when he tagged him, the ball bobbled. If he had his hand on the ball in the glove, it's an easy play.
Yeah.
Either way, they get the guy moved over off the bases. McCarthy will go to first. Ryan Summers will come up. And he's looking to bunt. And he bunts foul. So Stoughton still playing small ball. This could be the number 9 hitter with Farley, the leadoff guy, up next. So 0-1. Frost working out of the stretch has done a really good job for his 4 innings of relief. Working from the stretch. The look in. Good pitch. So Frost will work ahead here, 0-2. Hopkins will move back to be even with the bag. Brockton down 7-3 in the 7th. Small lead over at first. The 0-2. The pitch. Low.
Ooh. Just low.
Count will go to 1-2. The one-hitter Farley on deck. The 1-2 from Frost. The runner going. Fouled off. May have been a hit and run there. So 1-2 on the batter. Frost working from the stretch. Let's see if he goes. Back to first. Nice play by Chosticki getting to that ball. So the pitch, working from the stretch. The 1-2, another move back to first. Frost keeping him honest.
Yeah.
Stoughton looking to run, put a little pressure on Brockton. They do have 2 stolen bases on the day. Frost, the 1-2, the stretch, the look in. He is going. Another good foul off.
Ooh. Just got a piece of that bat on the ball.
Again, looks like another hit and run. Trying to get that second baseman to go towards second and hit the ball into the hole. Summers, the 9-hitter, down 1-2. Frost from the stretch, the pitch. Low, the pitch, the throw to second. Good scoop by Perez.
Boy, he just gunned it down there and got him on one hop.
What a really good scoop by Adam Perez. The throw by LaRusso will get him.
Yeah, nice play by Perez to, like you said, dig it out of the dirt and tag the run. A bang-bang play right there.
So Brockton will clear the bases. There'll be 2 outs, a 2-2 count to Summers. Brockton playing straight away, shallow and right. The pitch. Good off-speed pitch. So go to the bottom of the 7th. Brockton down 7-3. Great job by Frost the last 4 innings, keeping Brockton in this game.
Yeah, excellent job by Frost to keep the boxers in this ball game, and now it's up to the bats.
Brockton will have the leadoff batter, Jackson O'Brien, coming up. He is 0 for 1 on the day with 2 walks. And if they're ever going to do anything, now's the time, Miles.
Now's the time. Frost did his job. Now it's time for the boxers to do their job at the plate.
And they've had enough at-bats to get a feel for Malkin.
Yeah.
This is the third, fourth time around for most of these hitters. They should get a good feel for his stuff, whether it's his fastball or his off-speed pitch. They should be comfortable at the plate. He's had a good fastball, not overpowering, very good off-speed stuff. But now's the time. If Brockton's going to do anything with this guy, it's going to be right now. Stoughton's not warming up anyone, so this is Malkin's game to lose.
Exactly. And like you said, Brockton boxers should be used to him out there. They really need to attack this pitcher and get a rally going here. But give Malkin credit. He's thrown a number of pitches and just threw the batters off balance for the boxers.
Yeah, since that first inning, he was a little wild. I don't think he had a great fastball. Since then, there's been an uptick in his velocity, and his off-speed stuff has really kept Brockton off balance early in the counts. Enough so when it gets to 2 strikes, the Brockton hitters are a little bit confused.
Exactly.
So, O'Brien in the top of the 7th. Brockton looking to mount a comeback. Down 7-3. Leadoff hitter coming to the plate. Malkin working from the set. O'Brien up. Brockton bench starting to get loud. The first pitch. High. 1-0. The 1-0. O'Brien looking in. Malkin working fast. Good fastball.
Yeah. That was tempting for O'Brien, you could tell.
Like to see Brockton step out of the batter's box. Look how fast he's moving. Outside, 2-1. He's worked really fast today. The Brockton hitters should have taken note of that and stepping out of the batter's box.
Yeah, you said that from the beginning. This guy works very fast.
So 2-1, the pitch. Big pitch right here. Up. So 3-1. Brockton Coach Brennan may give O'Brien the take. Got to get that leadoff guy on. The 3-1, working fast. That's a good piece. That's going to be a single out to left from O'Brien.
Yeah, great piece of hitting by O'Brien. Third base coach gave him the option of going for it if it looks good.
Brockton with the heart of the order coming up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopkins 0 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, he's due.
He's due. He started the season out really well hitting the ball this year, Hopkins. Some good power, good contact. Malkin's going to be in the stretch. Stoughton still no one warming up, so this is his game. Good lead over at first. Working from the stretch is Malkin. The pitch. Up high. 0-1. Curveball to start him out.
Yep, good eye by Hopkins.
1-0. Malkin working fast. Coming to the stretch. The 1-0, the pitch. He just got underneath that. That ball's going to be popped up. And they're going to let it go.
Communication, miscommunication.
He said me,
He
and let
did.
it go.
I heard it up here.
There was actually no one near him. So Hopkins with another life.
Exactly. Gets another life up at the plate.
So 1-1 to Hopkins, the senior. LaRusso on deck. Malkin in the stretch. The look over. Low. Oof.
Wow, it did look
like
it was over the plate, but looked awfully low.
Looked like he picked it off the ground.
Wow.
So, 1-2 to Hopkins. Needs to put a ball in play here. Outside.
Good eye there by Hopkins.
Yeah, that wasn't a strike. That was outside by a wide margin. So 2-2 to Hopkins. O'Brien on first with no outs. Malkin in the stretch. The pitch. O'Brien going. Dom stays alive.
Kind of threw his bat out there.
Bad out there. I thought it was a ball. O'Brien had the base stolen, but Hopkins, you know what? He's not taking any chances.
True.
The umpire hasn't been consistent today.
No, he hasn't.
O'Brien the lead, the 2-2. That ball's low. It's going to go to 3-2.
Wow.
LaRusso on deck. Huge pitch coming up right here to Hopkins.
A little bit of drama going on here.
Brockton looking to put some real pressure on Stoughton with the first two guys on a big wind gust. Maybe that helps Brockton.
Yeah, nice job by the umpire to call time.
So 3-2, the Brockton bench getting loud. Giving something the Brockton faithful to be loud about. They've been awful quiet today. The 3-2, O'Brien will be going. The pitch. Low. So Brockton's going to get the first two guys on base.
And that's what you want.
Now
no outs.
It gets interesting, Miles.
Yeah, no outs, 2 men on.
And Malkin has thrown a ton of pitches. He's going to be coming out of the game. He's pitched a whale of a ball game.
He sure has.
So coming into the game will be number 14, James Spector, Jr., facing the number 3 hitter, LaRusso, who's 0 for 3 today.
And
they're giving him a great ovation over in Stoughton. They should.
yeah, well deserved.
Fantastic pitching performance by Malkin. Pitching out of trouble, mixing his speeds well, keeping Brockton off balance. Good game. So we don't know much about Spector. Smaller pitcher. Not the biggest frame, so we don't know much about his velocity. But if he's able to mix speeds, he will be able to keep Brockton off balance.
That's the key. Can he mix his speeds?
Brockton has the meat of their order coming up. All guys capable of hitting power alleys. LaRusso coming up, and let's see what we have here from Spector. Good. Seems like a good arm, but very hittable for the boxes. And I know what the Stoughton manager's asking for right now, Miles. Just put balls over the plate.
That's all he's asking.
You don't want any walks.
No.
If you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us by hitting the ball.
Exactly.
But it's a big situation. Stoughton, like we said, has not won a game yet this year. They've played some really good ball clubs. The closest they had, they were with Oliver Ames. They were tied late in the game until their pitching fell apart late in that. Brockton's last chance here. Spector, the last few pitches have had good pop. Brockton kids on the dugout, on the fence. This is a game last year they wouldn't have won. Let's see if they can change their luck this year.
A lot of pressure on the relieving
is.
pitcher. Even though it's a 5-run game, I believe it's still a lot of pressure.
Runs, but either way, Miles, you're right.
4 runs.
It's still, if he puts this guy on base, anything can happen. He gets this out right here, it's going to be really difficult for Brockton to come back. Looks like he's thrown nothing but fastballs.
And when the Brockton batters get up there, they have to play smart.
Yeah, don't chase anything.
Don't chase anything, exactly.
Don't put swings on the ball. They're going to be easy outs. Look for something to drive. Yep. Spector's velocity has definitely picked up in his last few warm-up pitches, so looks like he has a decent fastball. Haven't seen much off-speed pitches. His last warm-up pitch.
You're right. He looks a little bit more warmed up as the pitches are coming down. But it's up to the Brockton batters to rattle them.
Brockton getting loud. The faithful getting loud. The kids getting loud. LaRusso coming up. 2 on, no out. Brockton bench finally showing some life. Spector in the stretch. Still holding him on at first. The 0-0. Good fastball. Spector, a really good fastball right there on the inside half of the plate. Working from the stretch, the 0-1. That's a little piece. It looks like it's going to be caught by the right field. It just didn't get a good piece of that ball.
No. For a second there, I thought it might be able to drop, but he just got enough of it to get it out there to the right fielder.
LaRusso was kept a little bit off balance right there. So, in Chostaki coming up, Spector getting the job done. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a double and a strikeout. The cleanup hitter today. Spector working from the stretch. Just missed by Chostaki. Spector's done his job, Miles. Come in and throw 3 straight strikes.
Yeah, he has.
So the 0-1. O'Brien off second. Dom off first. Stoughton holding the guy on, so the hole to the right side is really open if Chostachy goes the other way. The 0-1. Way outside. So 1-1, Perez on deck. Witt to follow.
It's tough to say, but that time I think he concentrated too much on that second base runner there.
Yeah, distracted him. The 1-1.
Distracted him, exactly.
In the stretch, the 1-1. Low, go to 2-1. Perez on deck. And Chostachy in the driver's seat here, 2-1. He should be looking dead fastball here. Jackson off first. Hopkins off. Second. The 2-1. Right down, that's going to be a fair ball.
Oh, he's calling a foul.
Oh, foul. I
yeah.
thought it was foul, too.
I did.
Foul.
Yeah.
Zeke was just ahead of that. It did bounce over the bag to the foul side.
I tell you.
Didn't get over that bag directly.
If that became a fair ball, that was the perfect spot you want to put it with men on base.
Would have been second and third with a guy in. You're right.
Yep.
So we're going to go to 2-2 with Chostachy up. O'Brien off second. Hopkins off first. Spector in the stretch. The 2-2. Oh, good fastball gets him.
That was a good outside fastball. Good pitch. And Stoughton's dugout all of a sudden becomes loud.
That pitch is the outside. I don't want to see him try to pull that. That's a pitch you got to try to hit the opposite way. So Brockton down to its last out. Spector's come in and done his job. He's gotten our LaRusso on a lazy fly ball and Chostachy in a strikeout. Perez, the stretch, the look, good fastball.
Nice heat.
He's got some pop on it now since he's been warmed up. Brockton down 7-3. Got the first two men on this inning. Witt on deck. The 0-1 to Perez. And that's going to be a single to left. Brockton's going to get at least one run in here. Perez doing his job to make it 7-4.
Nice.
Brockton.
Go ahead. Nice piece of hitting by Perez.
So Brockton's going to bring the tying run to the plate and Brady Witt. If he gets on, he gets that tying run on base. Brady Witt's got a single on the day in 4 trips.
Spector had a little bit of maybe sand in his dirt in his cleat.
Working from the stretch again. Brockton down 7-4. Hopkins off second. Perez off first. The stretch, the look, the pitch. Good off-speed pitch.
That was a nice pitch just inside.
It's a game Brockton really should be either tied or winning with the amount of mistakes they made, but that's baseball.
That's baseball.
The stretch, the 0-1. That's going to be hit up the middle, it looks. And they're going to get another run in. And the throw home. Brockton has made it 7-5.
That was beautiful running by Dominic Hopkins. He took off before the ball was pitched.
Looked like that was a hit and run, a steal
Yes.
with the hit and run. So
Yes.
now the tie and run at first. Brady Witt with a second single. Chris Frost looking to change this game right here is really due. He has a strikeout, hasn't been on base yet. Brockton down 7-5. Oh, that last run Brockton gave up on the double steal.
Yeah.
Really looming large now.
Looming large.
So we're going to get a pinch run of Tyler Erickson, the senior, in for Brady Witt.
Yeah, they're looking for a little bit more speed over there at first base since that's the tying run.
Brockton down 7-5. Frost with really good power. Really good power. Looking to drive a ball here with Brockton down by 2.
He's due.
He is due.
Left-handed hitter.
Left-handed hitter.
Yeah.
Stoughton playing shallow. Any ball to the outfield will tie the game. Past the outfielders. Spector working from the stretch. The 0-0. High. Frost ahead in the count. 1-0. Brockton down to the final out. Spector's done his job throwing strikes. That's all you could ask in this situation. The 1-0. Fastball by him.
Little bit of heat.
Fastball.
Little bit of heat.
Good fastball.
Yeah.
Frost was late. Like we said, Frost is a big, strong kid. He could change the game in one swing. The 1-1 from the stretch. High. 2-1. Jordan Jenkins, who singled his last time up, is on deck. Spector getting rooted on by his teammates. Frost, 2-1, looking for a fastball here. Stoughton does not want to put that tying run at second base.
He sure don't.
So the 2-1 to Frost. High and outside. So, whoa. Brockton almost got picked off.
Almost,
there. The runner's
yeah.
got to pay more attention.
Got to pay more attention.
So 3-1.
You can hear Coach Chris
he wasn't
Brennan.
happy.
He was not happy.
I don't think Erickson thought they were going to throw behind him. He did get back. So 3-1 to Frost here. The 3-1 to Frost. Spector, the stretch, the pitch. That's ball 4. So Brockton will bring the tying run to second base with Jordan Jenkins up, singled in his last at bat.
Big pressure on the Stoughton pitcher right now. Big pressure.
Brockton's showing a lot of moxie right now. She's coming back in this game. 7-5, bases loaded, 2 outs. The number 8 hitter Jenkins up. Brett Keane on deck. Both these guys due for some big hits. So Spector working out of the stretch still. A hit here may tie the game for the Boxers. Spector, the stretch. High. So 1-0. Keane on deck. Brockton kids on the bench. Spector working fast in the stretch. Oh, they almost picked him off again.
Wow. These Brockton runners got to
be more alert.
More alert.
Staring at the play. So, Spector, good move. Jenkins, the 1-0. Stepping off the mound.
A lot of pressure right now on the pitcher.
Yeah, his job is to throw strikes. They got to try to make a play for him. The 1-0. The stretch. The pitch. That's way outside.
Wow.
So what do you do here, Miles? The 2-0, do you give him the green light or do you look for that third ball?
Look for that third ball because that pitch right there was a wild pitch.
Yeah,
so right now the pitcher's a little nervous.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does on this next pitch. Just hold your bat back.
I agree with you. You make him throw you a strike.
Make him throw you a strike.
So Brockton, 2-0 on Jenkins. Tying run at second base. Getting loud. Spector in the stretch. The pitch. Strike. So he was taken the whole way.
Yeah. He was told to take that one.
Spector working fast. The stretch to Jenkins. The 2-1. Oh, just missed that.
Just mix connecting with that one.
That's a pitch you're going to look to drive right there. That
Yeah.
pitch was really a hittable pitch. Jenkins just missed it. So Spector down to his, getting Brockton down to their final strike. 7-5, 2-2, working outside. The pitch. High and outside, so 3-2.
Ooh, puts a lot of pressure now.
Well, the runners have to be moving here, so any ball into space, that second base runner, Erickson, will be moving. So 3-2 in the stretch. The Brockton bench getting loud. The pitch. Outside.
Ooh.
So Brockton will bring the tie-in run to third base.
Wow.
With Brett Keane up. With the leadoff batter O'Brien on deck. Keane has good eyes. He will not chase pitches that aren't strikes. So Spector's going to have to beat him here.
Yeah, Spector's really feeling a lot of pressure.
7-6, Brockton with the winning run at second base right now. Big situation here for the Boxers. Spector with 2 straight walks after coming in and getting 2 outs. Spector in the stretch. The 0-0, the pitch. Low. Good eye by Keene.
Good eye.
So they'll move to 1-0 here. Brockton down 7-6, mounting a furious comeback in the last inning.
Yeah, Keene being a patient hitter up there.
A single will win the game. Not tie it. A single should win the game. Keene's got off to a fast start early, looking to build on some of that momentum. And I think the catcher right now, Miles, just calming his pitcher down. It's a big situation. Brockton, Stoughton hasn't won a game yet this season. This is a big win for them.
Yeah, good move by the catcher. Calm his pitcher down.
So, 1-0 to Keene. Bases loaded. The 1-0 in the stretch. Spector looks in. Ooh, good fastball by him.
Through the heat.
Keene made a decision late there. Think he thought he was going to take. Working, that's a good pitch. So, 1-1. Spector in the stretch. The pitch. No, that ball looked outside.
Whoa, it sure did.
So Keene's got it down to his last strike.
He's got to stay focused.
Got to stay focused. You got one more strike left. Spector ahead, 1-2. Lined up outside. The pitch. That ball's outside. That's not even close. So 2-2. Big situation for the hitter and the pitcher here. 2-2 pitch. Spector looks in. The 2-2 to Keene. That's high.
Ooh, nice patience there by the batter.
That's high.
Yeah, he didn't swing.
They're down to their final pitch. A ball here will tie the game.
Wow.
Keene up. Good at bat, not chasing. A ball here will tie the game. A single will win the game. A strikeout.
Will end the game.
The 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 wins the game.
Oh, what drama.
Well, you know what? In that situation right there, Spector made the pitch. Keene went down swinging. He didn't look at it.
Right. I mean, he had to swing. Otherwise, it's been a call strike 3.
So, at the end of 7 to complete this game, Stoughton Miles, 7 runs, Brockton 6 runs. A superb pitching performance by the Malkin, the starter from Stoughton. Brockton got a great reliever from Chris Foss. They mounted a furious comeback in the last inning. Just wasn't enough. You know what, Miles? If Brockton played cleaner defense, it's a game they probably won.
Exactly. There were mistakes out there in the defense that cost Brockton 2 or 3 runs. Otherwise, Brockton might have came out of here with the win. But early on, Brockton did make mistakes out there on the defense, and it cost them the ball game.
Brockton will be back in action on Friday. They go to 4-2 on the season. I'm Leo Genitaccio, along with Miles Jackson, signing off at Brockton Community Access.